What if I told you that fake police tried to steal the Buga Sphere, which is believed to be alien technology, from the highly secured vault in Mexico City? And on top of that, someone had an 8-minute audio recording of threats over the sphere that allegedly came from space. Hey ufologers, I'm Cristina Gomez, and welcome to this episode of UFO News Updates. This all happened at a press conference on June 20th, and Dr. Stephen Greer dropped an extraordinary claim about law enforcement impersonating attempts to seize what might be the first piece of extraterrestrial technology we've ever retained, at least by civilians. Take a listen.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm in Mexico City. As many of you know, we've been examining the Buga Sphere for the last 2 days with Congressman and a group of scientists. We've just been notified by Jaime Mason that there was an attempt by fake policemen to enter the vault where the Buga Sphere is stored, and we have notified security and the apparatus I'm working with under law enforcement. And you should know that the other risk here is that we have taken specific samples from the Buga Sphere that will be tested in a state-of-the-art lab to prove whether or not the metal, as well as some of the other components, are of Earth or outer space origin. Those scientists' information have been provided to the top law enforcement and security apparatus that I'm working with. And so any sort of attempts to interfere with this examination will be known, and the people and perpetrators will be held to account for. So this is what I wanted people to know, and we're doing everything to set up security for this. Thank you.
But that's just the beginning. What 3 other people said at the conference will make you question everything you think you know about government transparency and UFO disclosure. Let's start with an interesting admission. U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison flew all the way to Mexico City, and what he said should maybe terrify every American who believes in government accountability. Take a listen.
And this effort, we've been blocked in Congress. We've been blocked from receiving the briefings that we need. And so I think that it's long overdue. Look, it's not any government's right to protect any knowledge about extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence if it exists. And so we have too many people reporting things. We have too many videos coming out to ignore it. I think I have a responsibility on oversight to investigate it and do my due diligence, and that's why I'm here. And so thank you for hosting this, and I'm looking forward to seeing further scientific discovery.
Any comment about the Buga Sphere?
It's a remarkable, it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the studies come.
Thank you very much.
Let's stop right there. A sitting member of Congress, elected by the people to provide oversight, just admitted on international television that his own government wouldn't brief him on UFO information. Think about what that means. This isn't some fringe conspiracy theorist. This is an elected official with constitutional oversight responsibilities being denied access to information about objects in American airspace. And if they're hiding this stuff from Congress, what exactly are they hiding from us? And here's what makes it even worse. Burleson said that it's not any government's right to protect knowledge about non-human intelligence. He's basically saying there's a shadow government operating outside constitutional authority, and even congressmen can't penetrate it. Not only that, I found it very unique that a congressman would even make a public comment on the whole thing, being at the conference talking about the Buga Sphere. And we remember him from the 2023 congressional hearing with David Grush when he said, "I don't believe anyone in this town," referring to Congress. But government obstruction is only part of the story. David Velez, the Colombian engineer who had custody of the sphere, received what might be the most revealing phone call in UFO history. Take a listen.
I was becoming startled because we're engineers and we know a lot about electronics. So it raised our interest when there were certain anomalies. Engineer Arturo calls me up and tells me that I weigh it once again. When I put it on the scale, it didn't weigh 2 kilograms anymore. The weight had increased to 6.65 kilograms. This is incredible. I was truly impressed because the sphere was increasing in weight. That means that we quarantined it for 35 days. We quarantined the sphere for 35 days with no contamination whatsoever. Only people with duly protected suits with the appropriate instruments could get close to it. And we realized all of the measurements that the sphere was putting out. And that's where we started being contacted by UFO researchers and journalists to offer us money. They tried to bribe us, and I'd like to make this public. They tried to bribe me directly from Spain through 3 different organizations, NGO companies, which I will not say their name, it would be negative. And they offered me a great amount of money for the sphere. And actually, this isn't a piece of bread that you sell at the bakery. I said, it's not for sale, period. And that's how I answered each of those petitions. And Maussan says, you're acting ethically. And then in Brazil, they also tried to bribe me, an organization that works for the Air Force. They told me that I'm responsible and that this is very important for them. If I could please donate the sphere to them, and with due respect, with legal counsel, it was just borrowing it and making the necessary tests, and they would give it back. I knew they weren't going to give it back, so I became afraid, and that's when criticisms, when they started threatening me, literally. They called me up and said, if you don't deliver the sphere, such and such is going to happen to you. I have an audio that I recorded where somebody was threatening me during 8 minutes, saying that we are the owners of this sphere. This is very serious. Please give the sphere back. This is our property from 2011. It's our artifact. We reverse engineered it. And what we are able to do is levitate it. And it flew 350 meters away from our territory. It's ours. Please give it back. If I didn't have the support of Jaime Maussan, I would have given it back. They said it with such truth. They were so transparent. They gave me their numbers, everything. And when I told Maussan about this, he told me that they're going to keep it in the end. So Maussan said, don't give it to them whatsoever.
Did you catch that? Our property from 2011. Someone called claiming they built this technology 13 years ago and then lost control of it. David recorded the entire conversation, but didn't share it during the conference. But here's where it gets interesting. If this was just a hoax or misidentified debris, why would anyone make threatening calls claiming ownership? Why would multiple countries offer bribes? Why would organizations connected to the Air Force want to borrow it? The fact that David has audio evidence of someone specifically claiming they reverse engineered this technology back in 2011 suggests either that this is the most elaborate deception in history, or there's a black project somewhere missing their hardware. But again, it was disappointing that he couldn't play the audio during the conference, and he didn't share the names that reached out to him to collect the Buga Sphere or even how much he was bribed. I would have liked to have known that information. David also said that He felt threatened by people from different countries. This isn't just American interest. This is international competition for what might be breakthrough technology. Lawyer Daniel Sheehan made some interesting comments, but this one really stuck with me.
That's why I am here. I am here from the United States as an attorney working with the investigative group that is going to be doing this, and we're going to take steps to make certain that the United States government and other national security elements around the planet cannot get custody of this technology, cannot stop us from doing an independent investigation of this technology and determining exactly what it is. And we're going to be completely professional about it. We're not making any assumptions about what it is. We know that it's not normal. This is not normal. This is moving in a particular way that has not been suspended by any balloons or any kind of craft. This is on its own, moving in a way that's in opposition to normal gravity. It's an anomalous phenomenon. And we're going to investigate it, and we're working very closely with the members of Congress. That's why Congressman Burleson is here today to assure you that there are people, elected officials in all governments around the world who are dedicated to trying to get this information and be accurate about it and make it available to the people. So this investigation is beginning now. This particular device is being investigated and analyzed.
What do you think about this international effort being made over the Buga Sphere? We need to connect the dots here. We have citizens finding strange tech that they claim that it defies physics, gaining mass spontaneously, containing fiber optics, changing material properties under magnetic fields, and the moment they go public, they face international pressure, bribery attempts, and threats from people claiming ownership of technology from 2011. Meanwhile, congressmen are systematically denied access to information about this type of phenomena, and Dr. Greer's revelations about fake police attempts to seize the sphere shows that they're not just hiding information, they're actively suppressing it through deception and intimidation. The question isn't whether we're alone anymore. The question is who's been hiding the answers and why are they so desperate to keep hiding it? What do you think? Leave your comments right down below. That is it for today. I will see you next time. Be safe and remember, keep your eyes on the skies.
If you enjoy the strange and the mysterious, UFOs, the paranormal, and cryptids, this channel is for you. So make sure to subscribe as I do 3 videos right here every single week, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the bonus content I post right here.